Good morning, Sato and the Board of Directors for Starbucks Japan. Thank you for being in with us today. This is Dana, my name is Zoran, and our third colleague Jen couldn't be in today, but we'll go on nonetheless. We're really excited to show you what we have planned for your organization today, and without further ado, let's begin. So the problem, the main primary problem right now is the threat or the fear of becoming a commodity. Starbucks has always prided itself on being, a unique cultural experience, to be the premium brand and to have, the status symbol that other coffee houses and shops don't possess. But we, right now there's that fear that due to a lot of competition, a lot of cheaper mom and pop shops, we might be losing the market, and slowly, obviously, be lack of revenues and diminishing of the brand equity. So secondary problems include the indirect competition. So because Starbucks is the only main American brand in Japan, there are no direct competitors, but due to the, as I mentioned before, the mom and pop shops that are open, there is indirect competition, which could be taking away market share from Starbucks Japan. So decision criteria. So what we factored in when making the recommendation, as well as everything else that we can talk about today. Well, obviously we want to preserve and increase the market share. So right now we want to continue the upward trend that we've had with acquiring new customers, keeping customers, and increasing repeat purchases, as well as making sure that we don't diminish the brand equity. We also need to have the ability to launch in a timely manner. Sato, as you mentioned in the report that you gave us, we don't have a lot of time to continuously do research and come up with a long-term report, and due to that we need to have an idea that rolls out quickly, that we can get feedback from, that we can learn from, and then that we can implement on a much wider scale right away. We need to also maintain the brand equity, as I mentioned before, and harmonize the American-Japanese culture. So, as we mentioned before, that Japanese do love American culture. They do like the idea of imitating and responding to it. They also have a lot of pride in their own culture. And Starbucks has always been deemed as a unique market and a unique company to work for, one that celebrates diversity, one that looks for different ways of thinking. And with that, it would obviously not work well if you don't integrate the current Japanese culture with the American lifestyle that we have brought, or that you guys have brought to the Japanese marketplace. So now I'm going to pass it off to Dana, who's going to speak about the alternatives.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about the alternatives that you brought forward to us. The first one was create a lower price offering to compete directly with convenience store coffee. We think that the only reason we're not going to go with this idea is we just really don't think that it's the best thing for Starbucks. Especially the Japanese, they pride themselves on seeing high value and high quality items, and that's part of the American branding that they really love. So we think that wouldn't fall into place really well with your strategic overall plan of how Starbucks operates. The next one would be offering food and alcohol on a large scale. It's a great idea. However, you really want to start implementing something as soon as possible. That's what you have brought forward to us. And this one, we would really need to do a lot more market research. And for that reason, we're not going to go quite with that one right now. But we would be able to talk about that one possibly in the future with you. The one we are going to go with is adding a rewards program to the already existing Starbucks card. We're really excited about this alternative for you. We're glad that you brought it forward to us because we really think that's a great way to go ahead with what we want to share with you. So I'll move into our recommendation. Okay, so what we really wanted to do with this is we wanted to take the already existing rewards program. We think your rewards program already currently is a great program, and we want to implement it into Kanto specifically right off the bat. We just really think that would be a good target market and a good trial run to try that out in that city. And then however well it goes, which Zoran will talk about in the implementation, we'll be able to expand that further on. What our recommendation for you is to modify the benefits to appeal to the Japanese culture and market trends. We've noticed that the market for the Japanese culture is very collective. They like to do things together. They like to have a say in different parts of whatever they're taking part in, the activities that they're taking part in. So we wanted to take a bit of that with us, and they really are quite loyal to a specific brand. So implementing what we're about to say is going to really be able to bring you forward and connect with that culture and harmonize the American and the Japanese cultures together. So we're going to implement a 4-tier VIP rewards program. We're really excited about this. We think it's going to take off great in Japan. And the first tier, I'll just tell you about the tiers. It's bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. We really thought this was really neat because, you know, with the international market, it kind of thought something about the Olympics. Everyone knows about bronze, silver, gold, and platinum, so we thought that this could be something relatable with the Japanese market and the American market. So these will be the 4 rewards program that we will, I'll start telling you about immediately. And then at the platinum level is a customization. We really think the customization is very important for the Japanese market, as we know that they love to customize their own stuff. They love to customize their phone cases, any technology, anything that they currently have, they love to customize. So we'll get into that a little bit down the road. Okay, so we'll talk about the bronze tier first. This is already just basically a play off the existing rewards program. Currently, your rewards program is offering free coffee and tea refill while staying in store if you're signed up with the rewards program. We love that idea, so we really just wanted to maintain that in the bronze. And we already know that people are currently registered for that program, so we know that it will be an easy transition into the bronze tier. With that, we're going to have a sign-up process. So we're really excited about the sign-up process also because we're going to have an iPad in each store. I'll talk a little bit more about what that iPad will be doing, but first of all, it will be able to sign up all of any customers that come into the Starbucks. Any customers that come into the Starbucks store will be able to sign up, will be able to get their demographics and get some information to help us start building up that market research that we are currently lacking. So in order to move to the silver tier, you need to get about 50 cups on your card. So as soon as you get a Starbucks, you just swipe your card and then that will move you to the silver tier. The silver tier will have all the benefits that the bronze already includes. So every tier that you climb, you're still maintaining the rewards you're getting. You're not losing any benefits. But in the silver, to emphasize moving up a tier, you will get an extension to temporary flavors. Like you had said in your report to us, Japan is very specific with their flavors. They love all the different flavors that you've been bringing to the Starbucks currently. They love trying new stuff. So we thought this would be a really nice idea to add to the silver tier, where they can go in and have those temporary flavors, and that would be available to the silver. So if it was only there for a couple weeks, they would have an extension onto that flavor that no one else would have. In order to now reach the gold tier, they would need an extra 100 cups swiped onto their card. So over that time, they'll then move on to the gold tier. And the gold tier, like I had said, is a build upon each tier. So they will receive the benefits of the bronze and silver right off the bat. The next one we wanted to implement was an introduction to exclusive gold member flavors only. So they already got a taste with the silver of trying those extension of temporary flavors, but now they're going to have a select type of flavors available to only gold members. So it really promotes them to really want to try and get up to that gold flavor because it's going to be opening up a whole new market for them. We'll also be giving away a sample packet of coffee per month to each person in the gold tier. So as soon as they swipe their swipe their gift card, they'll be able to just be handed a little sample of the coffee that Starbucks already does for a lot of events, and they'll just be getting one of those. They'll also have voting rights for flavors in store. This is where the iPad comes back into play in the corner. We'll have different flavors we're thinking about once a month, and they'll be able to vote on what they like. and then that way that we can bring that flavor into that store that following month. This allows the Japanese to really engage in the store, really build that brand loyalty with each independent store and feel that they have a say of what's going on. And it really helps us be able to find more marketing research on what flavors are really great. We also are going to implement a Smart Serve feature. We've called this a Smart Serve feature because they'll be able to swipe their card and have their top 3 drinks on there. And then that way, whoever comes in and they swipe their card, the baristas are already going to know exactly what they drink, and they can just say right off the bat, oh, you want your usual number 2, because the stats will be able to come up. We think this is really great for an international market too. If the Japanese do travel to America and go to any of our American Starbucks, they'll be able to swipe their card. If there is a language barrier, we think it would be really great because they can just say they want number 1, number 2, or number 3 drink, and then so they'll be more relatable to the American market when they come over. Now, to reach to the platinum level, it will be another 150 cups. When we get to the platinum level, you'll still have all of the same benefits and rewards from all the other tiers. However, we're going to make a customization of your card. So with this card, you'll be able to go onto the app, and what we want to do is on the already existing app of Starbucks, we just want to add a little extension onto it, which allows them to upload a photo, whatever they want, and for 600 yen, they'll be able to purchase their own personalized Starbucks card that is personalized to themselves and they can show off to their friends, which brings back that Japanese culture mixed with the American. In replacement of the samples, we also noticed that Frappuccinos is a huge market in Japan. They love their Frappuccinos, so to reward the people in the platinum level, they get 1 Frappuccino per month on us instead of the sampling of the coffee. So this really promotes our customers to get to that platinum level, to keep reaching it, because we know at the end of the day, they love their Frappuccinos. They also get double voting rights when they are at the iPad to be able to choose what flavors they like. However, the little catch to the free Frappuccinos per month is you do need to maintain 50 cups per month to stay at that platinum level. So as soon as you go 50 cups per month, so that's in a month time span. So if they go away for a little bit, it won't affect them. And then they can get back up from the gold, if needed, back to platinum. But that's a little catch that we wanted to keep on there to get the customers to keep wanting to come back over and over. Go ahead. I will pass it on to Zoran to tell you about the implementation of our rewards program.
Thank you. So how are we going to implement this? What basically setup would you and your team be doing after this presentation? Well, immediately you will be going to your IT and marketing team and develop the infrastructure. Now, it's not complicated by any means, but it does require a lot of infrastructure to be put in place. So first thing you would do is, in order to get the system and database ready for those cards and reward programs, you would go and get it set up in Starbucks Japan's servers. Then you would look at the mailing logistics. As Dana mentioned, for the platinum level cards, customers can design their own Starbucks card and then have it shipped to them. Currently, Starbucks doesn't have any kind of home delivery system or anything like that, so you'd have to set up those logistics, select a courier, select the method, delivery estimate, times like that, and get that all set up. Then you go in and train your employees. So Starbucks employees are very passionate about their business. They love their stores. They love their co-workers. They treat each other like family, and they're very passionate about getting involved in Starbucks at a higher level, which is something you don't really see on what's considered like a lower level or entry job in other Japanese businesses. So that would basically involve the district and general managers. The district managers would tell the general managers, here's the rollout plan, here's what we're doing. The general managers would then take that back and give basically the pep talk to all of the employees and have them promoted. Simultaneously with that, in the short term, you'd also be developing all of your marketing and in-store promotion. So again, due to the amount of passion that the employees have, most of them will just promote it to customers as they come along. But it would obviously help, and it would be a very relatively low-cost method of promotion to have these in stores, have some banners, have some things on the counter, on the tables to get customers interested in this new rewards card, and for them to ask about it and sign up for it. And then for midterm, you would also have the collecting the data, looking at it, reviewing it, how to make it better, planning for future events and more of a wide scale rollout. As Dana mentioned, you would first launch this in the Kanto region due to its high population and heavy economic and business hubs, but then after you get all the data back and perfect this, this system, you would then roll it out all over the country. All right, so contingency. Well, in order to have a contingency, we need to first establish a proper goal. So our proper goal is to come back within 4 months. Obviously, we'll be tracing it up to those 4 months, but at the 120-day mark, that's 17 weeks, roughly, times that by 15. Now, the 15, that's the average number of cups that the Japanese, our target market, drinks within a week. That's 255 cups. Based on the statistics that Dana gave you, that's easily going to get you into the gold level, if not higher. Now, for the people who work, let's say 10, 12 hours a day, or the coffee enthusiasts who drink 3, 4 coffees a day, if they drink 3 cups times 17 weeks times the amount of days, then you're looking at 357 cups in those 4 months. That would launch them directly up to the platinum level. So based on those statistics, we see that our goal is to have 10% platinum, 60% gold, 20% silver, and the remaining 10% bronze. And if anything happens, we can obviously restructure what the meaning of 1 cup is. So for example, if I take a small coffee, it's only going to cost the equivalent of $1.50. But if I order a tall frappuccino, it might cost me the equivalent of $5, $6. We might have to reweight that to help with the reward system. So I'm going to pass back to Dana, who's going to just go over the summary of everything we talked about.
In summary, we really do think that if you guys do implement our 4-tier rewards program, it will really benefit you. We think that it's a great process that's going to really engage the target market, and we're really going to be able to keep those loyal customers, not only at the specific store, but in general throughout our rewards program. Based off our primary problems that we indicated at the very beginning, the fear of becoming a commodity product, we really believe that this rewards program would prevent us from being a commodity product. We're not just selling coffee, we're making experience for all of the target market. We're allowing them to vote on what flavors that we want. We're allowing them to really get involved. And if you really implement our whole rewards program, we believe that it would be an asset for you in the future.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you guys. We'll now open the floor for about a 7-minute question. Is it 5 minutes? Okay, I have one question. Okay, so you want to start?
Yeah, I do. First of all, 50 cups a month. Do you realize this is more than a cup a day? Do you really think that consumers are going to be going more than 1 cup a day, especially when the primary market people who are working and who may not have the time to hop into a coffee shop that more than once a day?
Our platinum tier is specifically for our avid coffee drinkers, the ones that go to Starbucks on a regular basis. In order to receive all those rewards, we are rewarding the people that come on that level. So like Saran had said, it's about 15 cups a day of the average that the target market drinks. So we thought that the 50 cups per month fell in very nicely with the rewards that they are getting overall for that premium, the platinum tier. The gold tier, though, still has a lot of great rewards without having to maintain that. As soon as you're at the gold tier, you're at the gold tier. You stay there with all of those rewards. You don't fall behind. It's just the platinum tier that really gives those extra customers that extra loyalty and brand recognition.
Just to go up that, so you're saying that the customers have to have 50 cups in order to maintain this loyalty, is that correct?
Only the platinum ones.
Only the platinum, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. This kind of sounds to me as an ultimatum. Is that really how you want to reward your most loyal customers by saying you have to purchase this much every month in order to make this spot? I'm just thinking, if you want to reward most loyal employees, why would you put that constraint on?
Because they're already they're already drinking that many cups already. In order to get to that platinum, that's an extra 150, and they're getting so many rewards out of it. So they'll be able to go back up to the platinum, and they're still getting pretty much all their rewards. They're just getting a free frappuccino per month. So in order to get that frappuccino per month, we really do need that consistency to counterbalance giving frappuccinos out.
So you touched on the fact that this plan, your implementation is very heavily employee-based. Seems like a lot of work is going to that. What's Starbucks' plan, I guess, with the whole IKM culture of Japan? Like, how do they plan on implementing that in an American company?
So can you repeat the middle part about the implementation?
So it's heavily employee-based. How do you think an American company can adapt to the Japanese culture of that employee base?
Well, looking at through the report, the employee part of it when it comes to HR as well as operations and retail, that is not Starbucks America's basically their it's not their focus. It's more of the focus of the Japanese joint venture that we partnered up with, and they're the ones who be focusing in on that. So once again, as I mentioned in the presentation, Japanese entry-level workers in a position like this typically aren't too invested with the company, but with Starbucks it's evident that it's actually the opposite. They're very highly involved, they take a lot of pride in it. So building on that, we feel that we can count on the employees to get the word out, to register customers, that they will go out and take the initiative to sign as many people as they can. And of course, when they're asked questions due to all the in-store advertisements we will have, they'll answer them and they'll get people to sign up.
I'll also go off that. The Japanese also take a really big pride in quality American brands, and it is a prestige to be able to go to Starbucks. When they come to North America or anywhere else, it's a big, prestigious accomplishment to be able to go to Starbucks. So they already know the high quality that Starbucks has, and they'll be able to implement that. They'll be able to implement that easily because the Japanese are already aware of the Starbucks brand themselves.
Okay. Another question. So you're saying that for specific rewards, as you go up the tier, there's going to be temporary flavors put in and they get to try it, correct? Now, if only a select group of people are being able to try these flavors, don't you think there's going to be some issues with profitability, cost benefit? If you're producing a lot of this, but only a few select number of customers can try it, is the benefit really going to be worth the cost of producing these flavors?
So with the silver level, it's just an extension of those already existing flavors to the general public. So anyone that comes in and there's, say, a banana flavor, this silver tier will be able to extend that. So they'll be able to have it. So if that flavor is only in for a month or so, they'll be able to have it a little bit longer.
So these flavors are being introduced, they're available to the general public as well, or just as
Yes. Now the gold membership, there's going to be some exclusive flavors to the gold, and we will base that off the voting over time to see what flavors they really like a lot more. But we will be able to, we'll have a specific type of flavors open to the gold members only, yes.
So you identified one of your problems being minimal market research. I understand how the solution, yes, it provides a lot of more market research, but is it not that you're getting market research of your current customers' preferences rather than potential future customers that you're hoping to increase the brand recognition?
Do you want me to answer that? Okay.
Well, the thing is, with even the bronze level, when you take it,
I thought you said it's
That's 5 minutes.
but then you don't even ask the question then at that
Yes.
point.